All right, so we're here again. This seems like, what is it now, the third month that we're on doing these weekly Sidereal Astrology videos. And the reason why we're doing them is because we have this Saturn-Pluto South Node conjunction that's coming um, together, and there's a lot of changes and a lot of old world belief systems crushing and going down, and then the new world dreams and visions are being rebuilt. So this is for June 3rd through June 9th. And this is Sidereal Astrology, which is astrology that's accurately aligned with the constellations in the sky. And if you're new to the channel, I'm going to explain to you that that's what I practice, Sidereal Astrology, which is if you look up sidereal astrology versus tropical astrology and precession of the equinox, you're going to find your answer and realize that the mainstream tropical astrology that a lot of people follow is not accurately aligned with the stars in the sky. So, yeah, so this is based on observation in the sky matching what you see on your chart. Which, if you look up in the sky now, you're going to see Jupiter in the galactic center, which is the constellation of Scorpio and Ophiuchus. I think mainstream tropical astrology is putting Jupiter in Sagittarius, which it's not in Sagittarius. And when you look in the sky, you're going to see that. You're going to see that it's in it's in Scorpio. All right, it's going to be a bright yellow reddish point in the sky, a star, but it's actually a planet because it's not flickering. When you see it flickering like twinkling, that's a star. When it's a solid light, that's a planet. All right, so just practice that. Go up and look out in the sky, and you'll see for yourself. All right, so yeah, so new moon falls on June 3rd. So this is a new moon video, and this is the week ahead. So new moon is in Taurus. You can see 20 degrees Taurus, right? Then you also have Venus in 0 degrees Taurus. So Venus just moved into Taurus, and this is a comfortable space. That's what it looks like to me. That this week is interesting. So we're gonna just go over a few things with this new moon report, and then move into the week ahead. But right here, I notice there's a T-square between Neptune, and then the new moon and Sun, and then Jupiter. So what this could be, what I wrote down here is at the flood. This is a flood because we're dealing with Neptune in Aquarius. So this is the flood of like insight, of dream space, dream ideas. Because when we look at the weekly transits, it's all Neptunian. So this is like dream space, unknown, the abyss. And it has to do with dreams because if you remember from the last videos, we were discussing dream states because we're dealing with the nodes and Neptune going to the future, revisiting the past. And so yeah, so that's kind of the theme that seems to be kind of lingering with us, which is fine. I think that's what we need. We need dream space in order to rebuild a new system. And that's what this is for. So this I wrote is the higher elixir, which is the elixir we discussed as Jupiter in the galactic center, which is the king of the planets in the throne of the kings, which is the galactic center. In all of the ancient mythologies, there's always this ancient king that goes into the galactic center to receive enlightened messages from the other realm, and brings back the messages for its people. So this is what Jupiter's playing out. It's a shaman mixing up the elixir. The shaman king is in the shaman sign of Ophiuchus, which is the galactic center, the Milky Way, where we have the Great Rift. So that's kind of playing out. So there might be since it's a T-square, there might be a little disturbance in the comfort, because all of this is comfort. Taurus is, and new moon could be comfort or planting or plowing. So there could be a little bit of agitation, because also this is going to come to exact. I think I have this written down for June 13th, but Mars opposing Saturn, Mars in Gemini. The next week report is going to be an exact opposition. We're going to read that out, but this is coming together right now, and this is frustration. Mars Saturn frustration. So we're building into this. We're gonna have to hit some frustration at some point between now and next week, which has to do with the higher dream, the higher elixir. So we're gonna just kind of just read it and then see what we come up with as we're reading it. So that's at play right now. Mars and Saturn is frustration and force, and so we're gonna figure out what that is. Yeah, because I'm curious myself, but we're gonna just read it. But I think that's it for the new moon. Yeah. So we're gonna go to the week ahead because there's more information in the week ahead, which will help us kind of integrate the new moon, because the new moon is new beginnings, right? So we have that. We still have that Uranus 3 degrees Aries, new beginnings, of change, of new vision. So let's just plot these transits right now. Let's move this over here. All right. So just right off the bat, I mean, you can just see you have Saturn sextile Neptune. So this is the proper application of the dream space, because remember Neptune was about this dream space, because Neptune is in Aquarius, so this dream for the new vision, the Aquarian dream, the Uranus dream. So Saturn is now, applying a level of structure to it, reality crystallization to the dreams. So that's going on all week. And then you have Neptune trying the north node, sextile the south node. So that's what we spoke about last week, where it's like future and past. It's like they're blending because they're in this like dream space. So there's a feeling of like the future and the past just being one. So you have to do some work on figuring out what you want from the past to be part of the new vision, and then what you want to let go of the past, because that's what it's all about, is letting go of the past for the new vision. But there's some things in the past that were amazing, and you want to maybe bring that forward in a new way. So this is still going on. You're still doing that, right? And then we have this Mercury situation. Mercury sextiles Uranus and squares Chiron. So let's look at that. So Mercury seems like it's in Gemini. Let me just put it here. Yeah, Mercury is in Gemini, and Uranus is in Aries. All right. So this is communication. This might be like a stroke of insight towards these big ideas, and then it's because it's hitting Chiron, squaring on Chiron. So there might be a revealing of great stroke of insight of the ideas, and then some healing work that has to be done, or something in the level of the Chiron healer, whether it's the wounded healer, the wounded, the healed, or the teacher. So that will come up, and it's going to be communicated again. So Mercury Chiron, Mercury Uranus is electric. That's like because Uranus is a higher octave of Mercury. So Mercury is a messenger, and Uranus is a deliberator, and both together deliver the message of a new way. So this could be brewing up for this week, and that looks like the 6th through the 8th. We're going to kind of be playing with energies. Now towards the end of the week, seems like Sun square Neptune, Jupiter square Neptune. So again, kings. Sun is the son of God, the king. The king of our solar system is Jupiter. It squares up on Neptune, the dream. So both square. So what could this be? Could be reality, more reality, expansion, maybe overextension, because Jupiter can overextend. So there could be something about overextending on the dream, or just checking in. So that definitely there's something about the dream that's getting a dose of reality, because then remember we had it with Saturn. So all in all, and that goes on the 8th, and it carries over to the next week. So all in all, I think this new moon weekly video is aligned in the stars, is about still the dream space, creating the dream, adding structure to it, which is where we see the Saturn. So structure comes into play, and then we still have this kind of insight. So there's going to be insight because we have the Neptune, we have the Mercury Uranus situation, and Mercury Chiron. So there's something there. And then again, Sun square Neptune, Jupiter square Neptune, and then Sun opposing Jupiter. So there's a lot of I think there's extension. There is how to apply this, how not to be overextended, how to properly apply these dreams. So we still might have work in this dream space, but at least we know we're accessing these dream realities. You know, the dream space is becoming realities. I think that's the important thing to look at for this week, is seeing that the possibilities of these big dreams are kind of taking place right now. So I think that's it. Yeah, I think that's it for the week ahead. June 3rd through June 9th. All right. So again, guys, sign up on the email list if you visit the website, siderealastrologist.com. You know, if you're watching us on YouTube, subscribe to the channel, click the notification bell so you see when the new video comes up, and join the Facebook group, Sidereal Revolution, because that's where we discuss a lot of these things. All right. So yeah, keep in touch, and I'll see you on the next one. Thanks, guys. Bye.